wondering why other people's success or wondering why other people are successful is the refuge of losers. It's a loser mentality. It's a loser occupation. It's a loser practice because you're wondering why other people are successful. Like, who gives a f***? You can say you think it sucks, but to spend time wondering why someone is successful and hating on someone for being successful, it doesn't do any good. It's like, what is that old expression that jealousy is, it's a poison that does the opposite of its intended? Doesn't affect the other person at all, but it poisons yourself. It wastes your energy and time. I don't spend time wondering why I hate things or hating on someone or being jealous. You have, let's call it units. You have 100 units of bandwidth in your mind. So that means there's 100 units that you can spend on things you care about, or you could let your mind be occupied by some stupid Twitter feud, and you could spend 30% of your Twitter bandwidth or your mind bandwidth on this, and then you only have 70% for the things you love. But if you only concentrate on the things you care about that mean something to you and learn how to do that, like you were talking about meditation, it's a form of meditation because you're learning how to avoid the little road bumps and the ditches on the side of the road. You had more bandwidth and you had less problems. The problem that you had that was rotting you away no longer existed. So now all of a sudden it frees up your time and you realize, oh my God, there's so many funny things that I could talk about and I have so much energy and I'm so healthy. I could just go on stage and have fun, and then you're killing it. Before I was successful, I realized it was stupid. Long before, because when I was like an amateur, I would see guys that were killing, and I'd be like, why is he doing good? Like, that guy sucks, and how come he got this and he got that? And then I remember thinking, like, this is a gigantic waste of time. And I got into comedy because I'm a fan of comedy. And my concentrating on people that suck or being jealous about people that are doing well does me zero good. But instead, if someone does well, I can be inspired. And I can get fired up by it. I mean, I figured this out in my early 20s. I was like, okay, this is a poor way of looking at it because it's a martial arts thing. Because in martial arts, like, you can't be jealous of someone else's ability. You have to realize you might have to fight them someday. So by realizing that they're really good, you're forced to be objective about it. And you have to go to work. Like, you have to go, fuck, that guy's better than me. I got to get better. And you have to go to work. And it's powerful for everybody. It's powerful for them. It's powerful for you. It's like there's no negative aspect to it. It's like you should be thankful that there's women out there that make you feel uncomfortable. Like, when I see someone just murder on stage, I want to go to work. I want to get home and write. I want to go perform. I'm like, that guy just killed, or she just crushed, or she's out there killing it, and he's doing so good. It makes me want to work harder. And in that sense, as long as someone's not doing anything bad, as long as someone's not victimizing someone, what they're doing is they're showing you that it's possible to do better than you're doing. And that's good. There's no positive benefit in underestimating someone. Underestimating someone will get you killed, like literally. Find someone for a long time, and then when you do, it changes your whole life. You find someone, maybe it's just a YouTube video, and it's you saying it's still your motherfucking set, and it's you just pushing people and telling people to go get after it, and people see that, and all of a sudden it's like they get goosebumps, their heart starts racing. It's like you gave them a fuel. And then they want to change their life. Then they want to watch you tomorrow. And then they want to watch you when they're at lunch break. They watch you on their phone. But that's fuel. And you literally can change a person's life through that. Because we need each other. I mean, it's one more piece of evidence that we need each other. That we have this sort of very strange, loose-fitted community of all human beings together. When someone like you does something that's exceptional and says something that's exceptional and has these inspirational words, it can change a person's whole life, change their whole path, change who they are. We need each other. We all need each other. Yeah. We really do. There's something beautiful about that, though. You can't just go it alone. You really do need each other. And like, if you accomplish everything you ever want to accomplish, but nobody's there with you, nobody cares, nobody likes you, it's useless. Like, love is the most important thing, and that sounds so cliche, but without love, it's all useless. It's all useless.
Yeah.
You don't. There's no personal satisfaction in accomplishments if nobody loves you. You're not going to enjoy it. I really think we all collectively, as a species, need to emphasize and learn how to be nicer to each other. Nobody teaches you that. It's rare. They teach it to you in school, be nice. When you go to offices, there's certain standards of behavior that you're supposed to behave in, but there's not like an emphasis on kindness and just being friendly. It's just so obvious that what they were talking about back then was all wrapped around the way people thought about things then. But they knew, even then, even thousands of years ago, they knew there's a right way to do things and there's a wrong way to do things. When you pick up the people's bags, you feel good. Let's tell kids that. Yeah. Let's teach people that. You pick up the bags, you feel good. You hold the door open, you feel good. You help someone, you feel good. Like, okay, this is obviously, we all want to feel good, right? How do we feel? Like, there's moments in my life where I feel terrible, where I've done something wrong, just failed, and I just feel terrible. And I always think when I do have that feeling, like, why can't I feel great? Why can't I just feel awesome right now? Well, because it didn't go well. And this is like the psychic reminder. This is that jolt of energy that's letting you know, like, hey, you went on a wrong path. You tanked this. You crashed that. You did wrong. Like, you're supposed to feel like shit,
right,
so that you don't do it again. But conversely, when something good happens, when you help someone, when someone can't get their bag in the overhead because it's too heavy, and you help them and you hand it to them, and they smile at you and you smile at them, you walk off the plane, you feel good. You feel good. You got to teach that too. Like, you have to remember that, and you have to go, why do I feel so good? Oh, I felt so good because I helped that lady. You know, I felt so good because I said hi to that guy, and that guy said hi to me back, and we looked at each other and go, made some niceties or whatever. And that's part of the joy of life, right, is those friendly, fun, nice interactions with people. But when you got your shit in order, it's easier to have those experiences. When you don't, my personal experience, when I don't have my shit in order and I've made mistakes and I fucked something up, it's very hard for me to enjoy anything. I just go through the motions. I feel like, oh, if I have something that I fucked up, and then I have that terrible feeling, but I have to hang out with my family and my kids, I just ride it out. I just have to ride it out. I try to be real friendly and real sweet, but I don't feel good inside. I feel terrible. And I go, well, this is going to go away with contemplation, with understanding. This feeling's going to go away, but you got to ride it out, And I know I can ride it out because I've wrote it out before.
Yeah.
But for some people, man, they don't know what to do there.
Right.
They don't know what that feeling is. They feel like this is their life. And then that feeling, if you don't conquer it, you get comfortable with it. You get used to it. You get used to failing. You get used to that terrible feeling. And then you start pouring booze on that terrible feeling.